Red Devil football is live for the 2018 season on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Catch every regular season and postseason contest right here at your home for Red Devil sports. With the opening kickoff quickly approaching, let's head to the booth for pregame coverage. Welcome into the playoffs as Evanston hops its way across the state all the way to the Wyoming-Nebraska border. We're here in Torrington for quarterfinal action featuring the 8-0 Torrington Trailblazers and the 5-3 Evanston Red Devils. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight as Evanston will try to knock off the Giants of the East and advance on to the semifinals next week. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN and online at mylocalradio.com.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
The Evanston football program has been in existence since 1921. That's 98 years in all, but this is just the fourth time ever these two teams have faced off, and it's always come in the November playoff season. On November 17th, 1951, Evanston beat Torrington 28-26 in the semifinals. The Red Devils won again in 1960 in the semifinals by a score of 32-7. Evanston won the state title in 1951 over Warland and lost to Grayball in 1960. In 1985, on November 9th, Kay Fackrell sent his Red Devils out against Torrington in the 3A state championship and defeated Torrington 48-7. There was 34 years between Evanston's perfect 3-0 record against Torrington, and it's been 33 years since these two teams last played. When we come back, we'll focus more on tonight's matchup at hand as we count you down to Red Devil kickoff on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Jake Hibbert joining you live from Wiseman Field at the Wyoming-Nebraska border, and it's a warm one tonight with temperatures in the 60s, but wind is whipping and will certainly be a factor tonight. It looks like it's calming down as the sun has gone down here in Torrington, and it's the number one Trailblazers hosting the fourth-ranked Red Devils, who are making their first playoff appearance since the 2015 season. This is the late kick game out of all the 3A contests tonight. The other games all got underway at 6 p.m. about 23 minutes ago. Wind or no wind, this is probably headed one way or another towards a run-heavy contest on both sides. Brian Lemon of Torrington has 1,400-plus rushing yards and 421 reception yards on the season. Between those catches and rushes, 28 combined touchdowns. He's at the center of everything Torrington, but he's far from the only reason this team is undefeated. Lineman Corbin Harrison is the lone junior starter on this senior-laden team, which was last year's state runner-up. Evanston lost another senior, conversely, last week in lineman Brendan Thompson. He broke his ankle. Jesus Quintero was already playing center, with Thompson playing with some injured ribs, so he will continue to do so. But some other positions for the Red Devils might be a little bit up in the air offensively. We've heard from the coaches throughout the week talk about a possible offensive facelift, but we have yet to see, and we'll have to just wait and see on how much it is implemented or if it is. One way or another, we expect to see a heavy dose of Tyus Cornea, Evanston's 1,000-yard, 20-touchdown senior back. Evanston has only played 3 times against Torrington, as we mentioned just a bit ago, and every time that Evanston and Torrington have played, the Red Devils have ended up in the state championship game. So 1951, 1960, 1985, don't have scouts on either one of those teams, but the 1985 Red Devils team was just inducted into the EHS Hall of Fame this past homecoming, so maybe a little bit of good karma going the way for the Red Devils. We'll have to wait and see, though, on that contest, as Torrington undefeated behind Coach Mark Lenhart, who has turned this team around going back to the days of Coach Bartlett the last time this Torrington team had a winning record prior to Lenhart. It's 7 o'clock kickoff, which puts us about 35 minutes away from that right now. Let's take a look at some other games around the state. Only one score reported so far. The rest of them still listed as scoreless. Lander Jackson 0-0, Cody Douglas 0-0. Star Valley, though, in the opening drive, took it 4-7 against Warland, so they lead in the first quarter 7-0. That's the 1-4 game on the west side being the overcard in that game. Evanston against Torrington coming up in about 35 minutes from now. We'll send you back to pregame coverage now here at Wiseman Field on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Football on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent. From Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
When you hear Lazy Boy, Serta, and Ashley, what do you think of? Probably recliners, counting sheep, and furniture. Well, now you need to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. What about GE and Simmons Beauty Rest? Don't forget to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. Whenever you think of top-of-the-line brand-name furniture, think Kazine's Furniture. From the front room to the bedroom, the kitchen to the office, Kazine's has the furniture you're looking for. Kazine's Furniture on Front Street in Evanston. Ask about 6 months, no interest, OAC. New owners, new inventory, Kazine's Furniture.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Welcome back to the other side of the state, where we are bringing you live pregame coverage on tonight's 3A quarterfinal matchup on the gridiron as Evanston and Torrington square off. When we come back, we will take a brief look away from the sport of football and focus on Evanston's most recent state championship. Senior cross-country runner Weston Wiley blew away the competition at the 4A level and won the individual state championship by 16 seconds. As a team, the EHS boys won the title by a margin of 51 points. When we return, we will hear from Weston on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Football on mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
This doesn't happen too often. Last week I had Weston Wiley as my standout student. This week I have you back on because you won regionals, and then on Saturday you came back and won state. How did you do it?
You know, I kind of was just doing my job. We were looking at times from conference, and I had the fastest time there, so I was just doing what kind of I was expected to do.
At cross country, it's really hard to compare times between the east and the west side because the courses are different. We knew Rock Springs was a fairly fast course. The wind kind of adjusts that a little bit. You said it was a pretty fierce wind. But when I looked over at the east side times, again, courses are different, but you were like 30 seconds ahead of the winner of that match. So I was thinking, okay, Evanston's got a decent chance. How much could you compare, and how much did you know going into some of those runners from the east side?
I knew that the west side was going to be really competitive, so I was kind of just expecting to run against those guys some more. Always, the east side has some really tough teams like Laramie and Cheyenne and Natrona. They all have, or Natrona's on the west side, but they all always have fierce competitors, and I knew that I was going to have to go against some of them.
And I
don't know. I think I heard you say Laramie too, because they're always traditionally an East Side team. But with them moving over to the West Side this year, did that give you a little more confidence maybe going into state, knowing that you'd already seen that team that had taken so many state championships in a row?
Yeah. We raced them really early on in the season at Rock Springs. Again, they kind of came to check out the conference course. So, yeah, having beaten them twice already, it was kind of a relief, I guess, going into state.
As a team, the regional point tally for Evanston was 33, and Laramie was in second with 67 points. At state, I think you guys were in the 30s again, maybe 31, 39, okay, and second place was like 97 or something. I couldn't believe when I saw that you'd widen the gap as a team. How are the guys coming in right behind you able to come in so quickly?
Yeah, just like you were saying, our sixth runner, Logan Hunt, he beat everyone's fourth runner except for one. So really it was our sixth and seventh runners that kind of pushed everyone back. So it was a united team effort. It wasn't just, one or two people working really hard. It was a whole team.
Yeah, and you get the, 3 all-conference runners in on the boys and then 1 on the girls' side. That had to be a great accomplishment. What was your coach and coaches telling you right after this was all happening?
Well, they were pretty pumped. I mean, they were super excited. I think they kind of overestimated some of the teams a little bit, and rightly so. I wouldn't want to go in being too cocky or anything like that. So I think they had a fair amount of anxiety, and when we were performing well, they were super excited.
On the girls' side, Heidi Barton was able to come back and compete at state and finish 4th. What was the trip back for getting her healthy like?
It's an adventure, we were always trying to make sure that her knee was all right, and we did some practices. She did some separate stuff. She was always working on just trying to stay as healthy as she could. So, and we were always there to kind of help her and support her, and it kind of paid off.
In regionals, Dawson and Dallin were neck and neck, finished right next to each other by no more than 3/4 of a second. I know they finished right next to each other in state too, but how close was that battle between the two of them at state?
I think it was pretty close. I don't remember the exact times, but maybe 5 seconds at the most, I would say.
So you were already off. Were you kind of having tunnel vision when you finished? Was it kind of hard to figure out what was going on? You didn't get to see really who was finishing behind you?
Yeah, I was telling my parents about I was counting in breaths. So like 4 breaths out, I was starting to really struggle to breathe. 2 breaths out, I didn't breathe in at all. And on the last breath in, I was like, okay, I really got to breathe or else I'm going to die.
What were the conditions like at this meet?
They were perfect. It was great weather, no wind. It was just fantastic. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Did your strategy change as a result of that? Did you not have to stay behind the pack as much? Like you said, you were really working on drafting in Rock Springs because of the wind. Where were you at position throughout this race?
I hung with the pack in the first mile, just kind of testing the waters. And then Coach Barton and Conrad and Coach Berger as well kind of talked to us about surging. And so about 1.5 miles, I put on a surge on the kind of top group. One of the Natrona kids kept up with me and kept going with me and eventually passed me again at about the 2-mile mark, and I stuck with him from there and then beat him on the hill. But yeah, it was a different strategy. I didn't have to hang back. It wasn't just for place. I kind of went and kind of saw what I could do.
We talked a little bit about how worried you were about the guy behind you, 10 seconds behind you at regionals. What was it like at state? Were there people hanging right behind you? Did you think someone was going to catch you?
Well, yeah, Heidi Barton actually in the last 800, she said, he's closing on you, he's closing on you. And so I was scared to death. I took off. I was pushing myself. I did not want him to beat me at all.
Was he actually closing on you? Do you know?
She said that he was. I don't think he was.
It was just her maybe trying to get into your head to make sure you didn't let up.
Yeah, and I thought about that during the race. I was like, well, maybe Heidi was just trying to motivate me, but I took off anyway.
What did you do when you finished? Did you collapse? Did you throw your arms in the air? What happened?
Yeah, I got through. I could barely breathe. I got my sticker, handed it in, and then I just laid down on the ground. Eventually, I can't remember which team he was from, but he picked me up, and I was like, one second, and he just pulled me straight up onto my feet. I just about fell back over.
What's next for you now that you don't have to go to cross-country practice for the first time in a couple months?
Well, I mean, I had my Skittles on the way home for sure, but we got Nike Regionals coming up, so we got some more training and stuff, but hopefully we have a little bit of a break.
So you're still kind of partially in season?
Yes, yeah. If I do really, really well at Nike Regionals, I might have a chance to go to Nationals. I don't expect that, but...
Well, good luck to you on that. Either way, you're a state champion. Did you ever expect that you'd be that starting in as a freshman?
Oh, never. I hadn't even done track before my freshman year, so it's been kind of a journey.
Weston Wiley, 4A state champion, and the boys state champions as well. The girls get hardware. They finished third, 4 all-state runners all together. We'll be checking in with Ryan Berger, of course, as well. But Weston, congratulations and thanks for joining us again.
Well, thank you very much.
Coming up next, we will hear from both of the coaches in tonight's game in the Pat Fackrell Pregame Coaches Show. We are live from Torrington, Wyoming for the 3A football quarterfinals on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
You can always trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. We can repair all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation systems with ease. Sewer cleaning and septic tanks installation and servicing. We do it. Call Landmark Plumbing and Heating and ask about the on-demand water heater. You can always trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. 307-789-8793. Find us in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
There is no job too small or too big. You'll find what you need at the Lumberyard in Evanston. We carry over 25,000 products under one roof. If we don't have it, we can order everything you need to finish every project, large or small. The Lumberyard also delivers. Make sure you always check the Lumberyard first. Excellent prices, great customer service, and quality products. Now you can even shop online at thelumberyard.com. The Lumberyard, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
There's a combined 17 years of experience between Pat Fackrell and Torrington head coach Mark Leonard at the head of their respective programs. No one sees the game the same way the coaches do, so when we come back, we will hear from Coach Lenhart, and after that, we will talk to Evanston Red Devils' Pat Fackrell. This is quarterfinal football pregame coverage on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Joined by Mark Lenhart, head coach of the Torrington Trailblazers, as you enter Week 10 of the season, going back to 0 week included, and even more than that at the start of practice. How's the health of your team entering the playoffs?
You know, this is a year where last year, fortunately, we were able to stay relatively healthy, and this year we've battled some injuries like crazy. Honestly, seems like everybody has when you look around the state. You know, we're missing a couple DBs. We lost Jared Lemon for the year. That's Brian's brother. And then Sam Fermanak, we lost in the Lander game to a collarbone, and he's probably not going to be back. And Jared Lemon broke his ankle. So, you know, a couple guys missing in the secondary. Luckily, we've been able to stay relatively healthy up front. But for the most part, you know, there's been some dings and some bumps and bruises along the way. And, you know, last year we were very fortunate to get out with maybe just one injury in the state championship game. Our quarterback tore his ACL in the second to last drive. So other than that, we stayed relatively healthy.
I'm sure you've been asked this about how your team hasn't been in a close game since August, but is it something that concerns you as a coach?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't know if there's really anything you can do about it. You know, I mean, it's not like you're going to tell guys to hold back or anything of that nature. So, you know, we've tried to simulate some of those situations in practice where we'll do some 2-minute where we're down, or we'll do, 8 minutes and we're down, 10 and whatnot. But, one thing that I like about our team is that it's a very veteran crew. I'm sure if you looked at the roster, we're starting a lot of seniors. This is probably the best senior class we've had in terms of numbers and years around here. Typically, if we can keep 10 to 11 out per grade, we're happy. With only being a school of about 360 kids, you need everybody you can get. And fortunately, this has been a little bigger class enrollment-wise just for the school. And secondly, we've got several of them who play football.
You guys came really close to their goal last year with everyone a year older and wiser. Where's the mind state of everyone at in relation to where it maybe was last year?
Well, I think, it's always the ultimate goal, but it's not the focus. Obviously, you can't get to the state championship game if you don't beat Evanston. And you put on the tape, and it doesn't take very long to see how talented they are and how many problems that they create. And so, it's something that we've talked about. I think that every team that's in the playoffs right now is shooting for that opportunity. And, we're in that boat too. I think we're right in the mix with about, 6 other teams that can legitimately win the whole thing. And so, it's one of those deals where, we talk about it, but we don't focus on it.
Everyone but you has lost a game, and that's put you at the top or near the top of the Wild Preps coaches rankings every single week. How have your players handled that? And as a coach, do you wish it just didn't exist?
Yeah, I think sometimes as a coach you think about those things a little bit, but I think that's more of what we do. Like the media, the coaches, the adults, they're the ones who seem to care about it a heck of a lot more than the kids. It's one of those situations where you looked at someone like Star Valley and they were number one pretty much all of last year, and they went on a nice run until they ended up getting upset in the playoffs. But for the most part, we don't talk about the rankings much. And when you look at the rankings and you see that we've gotten a 4th place vote every week. So it's one of those situations where you just don't try to focus on it too much, and you just kind of go because that's really just somebody else's opinion that doesn't matter.
So it's not something that you've really ever heard them talk about?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, and, maybe it's the fact that we don't talk about it. And, we just try to literally treat every game as though it's a championship week. There's something I saw with Pete Carroll and the Seahawks about 4 or 5 years ago, and that's the way they try to approach every week. So hopefully if you ever are fortunate enough to get into a situation like that, the moment isn't too big. So we look at every game like its own separate challenge, and we just try to do our best to focus on the task at hand and not worry about what happens in the future.
Coach Mark Lenhart, thanks for joining me.
You bet, buddy. Thank you very much.
We're quickly approaching the opening kickoff of tonight's game. That was Torrington's 8th-year head man, Mark Lenhart. This is the Pat Fackrell Pregame Coaches Show, and we will hear from the man himself in a moment on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Football on MyLocalRadio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will hear from Evanston Red Devil head coach Pat Fackrell as we lead you up to kickoff tonight here in Torrington between the Trailblazers and your Evanston Red Devils.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals. The public is always welcome. And contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment. And customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment, including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Into the playoffs with Pat Fackrell for the first time since 2015. Not the way you wanted to finish the season, and I was doing a little bit more scoreboard watching at the end of the game than I expected to. Cody and Green River were playing in a tight game, but ultimately you are into the playoffs, and you have as good a chance as any one of these other 7 teams. Your first matchup against Torrington brings you a long road trip, but brings you a team you haven't seen all year. They haven't seen you, and probably a whole lot of new for you as you get ready for this matchup this week.
It is. Kind of takes us back to the old days where we have to travel across the state and play. It's a great opportunity for us. You know, we're feeling good. We're excited to be in the playoffs. You know, you're right. We didn't quite finish where we wanted to, but I think that being aside, we wanted to get in, get a new season going, and make a run.
In this final week, we lost a lineman with Brendan Thompson. He's gone. You were already starting him off of center after last week's injury. Jesus Quintero's got a couple of weeks of snaps but there was a little bit of exchange problems. Was that just a matter of unfamiliarity between a backup quarterback and then a new center in a position?
No, I don't know. As much as that as a little bit of anxiety, nervous energy. We put the ball on the ground way too much last week, and in the last 2 weeks we've turned it over and put the ball down way too many times, and so that's one of our main focuses this week. Jesus has been a center really a lot this year. We always have gotten David a lot of reps during practice, so we're not going to use that as an excuse. It was, I think, more of a kind of a nervous energy, trying to hurry, getting away from the center or not getting the ball up. So that's been a big focus this week.
You were talking to me a little bit about some different things that Torrington does and how it's going to adjust your defense, but you said above all you don't want to make things complicated for your team. In this potential last week of a loser-out game, you don't want to have them maybe be confused over too many calls, so you said you're going to keep it pretty simple on the audibles at the line.
Well, Torrington does a lot offensively to get you out of balance. They'll run a lot of overload. They run tackles over. They kind of just show us formations that we haven't seen all year. I don't want our kids to play slow, so we're going to try to stay pretty generic and play fast.
We saw you air it out a little bit against Jackson, and I've been told something that teams haven't tried to do too much against Torrington this year is throw on them, and that may be a possible vulnerability with some injuries that have taken on. Can we look for that maybe as in the mix of things as we have throughout some games this year as you get that run going, maybe try to send it downfield?
Well, I think Coach Moore does a good job of, again, trying to get our offense to take what the defense gives us. We've got a few plans, a few wrinkles in there here and there to try to kind of keep them off balance. We will throw it some. And so the biggest thing we got to do is give our quarterback time and throw good balls and catch them.
Coach Fackrell back in the playoffs. See you again next week.
Yep, I hope so. Thank you.
This has been the Pat Fackrell Pregame Coaches Show, and we are nearly at kickoff. When we come back, we will give you starting lineups for both teams on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Football on KNY and 99.1 and the simulcast at mylocalradio.com.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Welcome back to Torrington, where we are minutes away from the opening kick. And that will be a kickoff for the Torrington Trailblazers, the homestanding undefeated 8-0 Trailblazers led by Mark Lenhart. Let's take a look at the defense. First at the defensive line on the end with 7 sacks on the year. Senior, 170-pound, number 65, Josh Kingsley. On the opposite inside, it's number 81, Dylan Waller, 200-pound senior. In the middle, it's Scott Woodruff at wears number 77, 6'1", 295-pound run stuffer with 26 tackles in on the season. At the other defensive tackle spot, number 75, the lone junior in this starting lineup, listed 5'9", 200-pound Corbin Harris, 2 sacks on the season for him. At the linebacker positions, Brandon Meacham on the outside, along with Braden Meacham and Brian Lemon on the outsides. And the inside, Trace English, all seniors, and led by Brian Lemon on the offensive side as well as on the defensive side. He'll be a focus for Evanston to try to get through all day long. On the cornerback position, Josh Poston, a 5'8", 160-pound senior, wears number 33, and Cade Schwartzkopf wears number 3, 160-pound senior. Safeties, Quentin Meyer and Casey Britton round out the lineup. For the Evanston offense, David Baxter under center, wears number 3, a junior, taking over for the injured Seth Lloyd. At the wide receiver positions, Cody Smith, Rigdon Wagstaff, and Chris Perriman lead the way out there, along with, we'll see a mix-in of Angel Rodriguez maybe in some sets, and Casey Perriman as well. Tyus Cornelius, 5'9", 185-pound back, 1,477 yards on the year, 20 touchdowns, and a few receptions mixed in as well. The leader of this team for a couple years and trying to get something going again today. Riley Griggs, he'll be tight end, maybe wing back, maybe fullback, we're not sure, but he's been making an impact lately, has 5 attempted rushes on the year for 45 yards, along a 14, and brought his first reception in last week as well. On the offensive line, it's Bridger Barker at left tackle, Sean Knighton at left guard, Jesus Quintero at center, Erica Rotsko at right guard, and Ethan Moyer at right tackle. Fullback, Pablo Escalante has been fullback all year long, but I'm told he might be playing a little bit of tight end today, as Evanston may be switching things up a little bit how they run offensively. We'll have to wait and see, though. Escalante, 364 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 reception touchdown on the year. Those are your starting lineups for the Evanston Red Devils. Kickoff when we return on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Education in Wyoming has been a long-held tradition. The communities that make up Uinta County School District number 1 are committed to those traditions. Student learning, teacher and staff development, extracurricular. We'll cut that ad break right here back in Torrington at Wiseman Field, set for kickoff. Torrington in the maroon jerseys, white helmets, going from left to right, and set to kick off is the running back, kicker, and linebacker Brian Lemon. Back to receive deep for the Red Devils, the same 2 men that have been receiving kicks all year long. Cody Smith on the near side, Angel Rodriguez on the far. Kick goes straight down the middle in the end zone, fielded by Smith, and a touchback will send it back to the 20-yard line. Evanston comes out for their first offensive drive, above all hoping to take care of the ball today. Turnovers, interceptions, fumbles have been absolute backbreakers in the last 2 conference losses of the season for Evanston. The Red Devils come out in their white jerseys, red helmets. The last couple of weeks at home, we've seen them in the navy blue jerseys, red pants. So white versus maroon, and Evanston sets up at the 20-yard line. David Baxter set up under center. Tyus Cornea, the lone back, and a loaded up line. Pitch left side. Cornea goes through a big hole at the 20 to the 30-yard line, still on his feet out to the 35. A gain of 15 yards on the first play from scrimmage, and Cornea with a first down. 15 yards on the first play, and Evanston had everyone lined up at the line of scrimmage. You have to say, have you seen that before this year? Yes, you have, and where has it been? Against Star Valley. That's exactly how Star Valley has come out and played several games this year to start things out, and the Evanston Devils load up the line again and give the pitch back to Cornea. Up the middle, pushing his way, trying to get forward for the 40-yard line. Gets a healthy back push from Bridger Barker out to about the 39-yard line, just shy of the 40 seat for the mark comes in at, whether it's at the 38 or the 39. The mark will be at the 38-yard line, so a gain of 3 yards on 1st and 10 for Tyus. Sets up 2nd down and 7. Bunched up lineup again and 3-back set. Pablo Escalante, the tailback, taking the handoff. Goes through a lead block at Tyus Cornea, a reversal of roles, and Escalante gets a good gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards out to the 41-yard line. Markham for a gain of 3 on the play out to the 41, and 3rd down and 4. I was told by Coach Fackrell coming into the week and by a few of by the offensive coordinator Steve Moore, expect a different look, maybe something akin to Star Valley, and that's what we have. 3rd down and 4. Cornea cuts back in, but gets tripped up in the backfield. Got forward for a gain, but short of the first down yardage on that tackle. Josh Kingsley, the defensive end for Torrington. Gain of, well, maybe one, maybe none, but a flag on the play against Evanston, a holding call. See if that is accepted. The ball marked currently at about the 44-yard line, so the spot foul is a couple yards behind that, and they will decline. They want 4th down above backing them up 10, so it was a no gain. The ball stays at the 41-yard line. 4th down and 4 yards to go. Make it the 42-yard line, so 4th down and 3 yards. Need to get to the 45-yard line, and Evanston sends out the punt team. Cornea marked with a gain of 1 on the play, with the flag being negated, and he will set back at about the 26-yard line to punt. Back deep to return, Cade Schwarzkopf for Torrington. Punt nearly blocked, a good boot by Cornea. Fielded at the 25-yard line, going down to one knee to make the fair catch. And Torrington will take over on the first play from scrimmage at the 25-yard line. Starters for the Torrington Blazers under center Casey Britton with 1,093 yards on the year and 15 touchdowns is the leading quarterback in the state of Wyoming at the 3A level. His leading receiver reception-wise has been Cade Schwarzkopf. Looks like there is a fair catch interference on that play that will bring him up 15 yards. No, check that. Maybe a false start, a dead ball, and send it back. There's a flag in the backfield. Was it running into the kicker, perhaps? May go against a personal foul on Torrington. That would give Evanston a first down on the punt and then move it forward. And, yep, Evanston will get a first down on roughing the kicker. Moves it inside Blazers territory, inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. So a flag in the backfield. Cornea got a hold of that punt, and that was sent it deep down the field, and that just took any concern of mine away from whether there was a flag in the backfield. 43-yard line and a bunched up line for the Red Devils. First down and 10. They have to wait for the chains to get reset, and then Evanston will snap. Ball at the 43. Baxter under center, 2-back set. Pablo Escalante with the lead blocker, Gabe Morris in front of him. Gets a couple of yards to the right side, but not much more than that. Maybe 1, maybe 2. Looks like the ball will be spotted at the 42.5-yard line, so a gain of about 1 yard on the play. Second carry for Escalante. Second down, fake pitch, goes right side to the option. It's up the middle, left side. Cornea got away, 30, 25, down to the 20, near sideline. Cuts in at the 15, 10, 5, the stretch to the pylon, out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 40-yard gain for Tyus Cornea. all the way down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal on the reverse fake option. They had everyone going to their right side, that being the Devils' right, going from right to left on the dial. And Cornea took it left and nearly into the house, stretched out for the pylon, but he stepped out first. 40-yard gain has the things working for the Devils. Handoff to Cornea straight away. He'll be stuffed up shy of the end zone on 1st and goal. That's a big middle of the defensive line for Torrington, and Evanston may need to try to find some space on the outside. Defensively, Torrington's been very solid, holding teams to 10 points, just over 10 points on the year. Top-rated defense in that category on the season. 62 yards for Tyus on 5 carries so far. Total yards per game allowed is just at 195. That's the top overall defense yardage-wise. 2nd down and goal has Escalante as the tailback. He takes the pitch, pushing forward, and no avail on that. Went left side and got stuffed up again. Tackling on that play, the senior lineman at 250, Brandon Bennick. Escalante actually loses a yard on that carry. 3rd down and goal for Evanston. Ball marked at the 3-yard line. 8:49 left in the 1st quarter. 3-back set. Wing back to the right side. Cornea cuts in. He's got the stretch and into the end zone. Touchdown Evanston, 6-0. It took 3 downs inside the 5-yard line, but Evanston scores on 3rd and goal on a counter play. They overloaded to the right side, and then Cornea saw some space on the middle of the line, cut back to his left, and made the stretch forward to the end zone. Evanston scores on a 3-yard gain with 8:37 left in the 1st quarter. The extra point is good by Pablo Escalante, and the Red Devils lead in the 1st round early on. 7-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
I'm sure Torrington's coming out after that first offensive drive and saying, well, we didn't see that in tape more than a couple of plays all year long, and you really didn't. If you were watching a Star Valley tape, you'd say, yeah, that's how the Braves start off a drive. Evanston lost to Star Valley 50-21 in the final week of the season to fall to the number 4 seed in the West and get a date with Torrington all the way on the Wyoming-Nebraska border, Evanston on the Utah-Wyoming border, all the way across the state. And my drive was about just over 6 hours, maybe 6:15. They came over yesterday, stayed in Laramie, drove up through Cheyenne this morning, and got here shortly after I did. But Evanston comes out, stuffs up the line, and runs it every single play. Leads to a 80-yard drive by way of roughing the punter. Play helping things out. Schwarzkopf takes the opening kickoff, breaks a tackle at the 30-yard line. Out to the 35, Gabe Morris finally coming in on a tackle. Also in on that tackle on special teams, sophomore linebacker Jagger Mitchell. 37-yard line where Torrington takes over, and now we can give you their starters. Casey Britton, the leading hurler in 3A, 1,093 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a 66% completion percentage. Leading the way offensively, though, Brian Lemon, 1,400-plus yards and 28 combined touchdowns on the year. Lemon, the halfback, in a single back set, 3 receivers bunched up right side. Lemon fakes, play action out to Schwarzkopf. Fielded at the 40, to the 45, 50-yard line, maybe just a yard shy. They'll mark it down at the 50. So a gain of 12 on a screen pass out to Cade Schwarzkopf. Schwarzkopf, that's reception number 32 of the season. He's the leading man reception-wise. Lemon has him with just 13 receptions yardage-wise by a margin of, well, coming into the game, about 18 yards, make it about 5 yards now. Gain of 13 on the carry and 1st down and 10. The reception to Schwarzkopf, his 32nd of the year. under center in a loaded up line. They give it to Lemon on the carry. Out to the left side, breaks a tackle, bounces to the outside, carrying Rigdon Wagstaff a little ways. Wagstaff wrangles him up at the waistline and brings him down for a gain of about 2 or 3. First carry of the day for Brian Lemon. And we expect a run-heavy offense for, of course, Torrington, but especially Evanston. They ran a lot heavier in the last few weeks after Seth Lloyd went out. They were always a run-heavy team. But this week, they loaded that line up, and there's not a receiver really in sight. There's just a bunch of blockers. Carry goes for 3 yards to Brian Lemon, setting up 2nd down and 7 at the 47-yard line, just into Red Devil territory. Man in motion to the left side, and a fake pitch. Give it to Schwarzkopf. No, that's not. That is... went out to Josh Poston and went nowhere on the misdirection slot receiver pitch. They give him a no gain at the 47-yard line, 3rd down and 3. Poston, the second leading attempter as a running back this year, 45 carries on the season, about 272 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gets a no gain on that play. 3rd down and 7, ball at the 47-yard line. Empty set. 5 receivers in all. Lemon moves into motion out to the right side. They throw it out into the flats to Poston. Make that Lemon, rather. He gets out to the 45, brought down by Tyus Cornea for 4th down just across the line of just across the 50. 4th down and 5. What's Torrington do here? Casey Britton perfect on 2 attempts. And it looks like they will punt. Looking for the punt, and it's a fake. Out to Poston and gets to 1st down yardage at the 40-yard line. Needed to get to the 40, and they get out to about the 37. Fake punt, and I could hear the Evanston coaches out to the left of me saying fake, fake, fake. They saw it coming, and actually they get out to the 36-yard line. So a gain of 11 for Josh Poston on that 4th down fake punt. 2 punts, or at least 2 punt formations, and 1 punt by the Red Devils negated by roughing the passer and a fake punt that goes for a 1st down, and Torrington stays in business. Ball at the 35-yard line, and it's a quarterback keeper. No, it's a direct snap to Lemon out to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 5, maybe 6. Line of scrimmage was set up at about the give them 6. It was about at the 36-yard line, and they get down to the 30. So 2nd down and 4 on the Lemon carry. Set up on the far hash mark, or the near side hash mark, rather. Torrington has Lemon on a direct snap again. He takes it straight up the middle, close to 1st down yardage. Marked in at about the 27-yard line. They needed to get to right about there, so we have to wait and see on a signal here. Marked at the in between the 27 and the 28. 3rd down and 1 to go. Still set up on the near side hash mark. 1 receiver left side, man in motion. 3 back set. Under center, they give it outside left to Poston. He cuts outside to the 10-yard line, drugged down inside the 10 by Cody Smith in the secondary. 1st down and 10 to go on another 3rd down conversion for Poston. Wait for the yardage marker. It looks like it's just shy of about the 10. Maybe the 11-yard line. Scoreboard says 12. We'll mark it there. 15-yard pickup by Poston. 1st down, handoff to Lemon, goes right side, gets through the 1st level of tacklers, and then brought down in the 2nd. It looked like it was Mason Erickson maybe on that tackle. They give him out to the 7-yard line, 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5. 1st down markers at the 1-yard line. 1 receiver out left side, that's Schwarzkopf. Lemon the tailback. Takes the handoff. Jukes left, then right. Goes straight up the middle into the arms of Pablo Escalante for the tackle. Gain of about 2 yards, 3rd down and 1 to go. 18 yards for Lemon on the ground. Poston with a couple of big runs already. Schwarzkopf on the left side, 2 receivers on the near. Got Poston and English. Handoff up the middle. No, it's a quarterback keeper. Casey Britton right down the middle. Follows his blockers and barely touched as he walks in for a 3-yard gain and a touchdown for Torrington. An extra point will knot things up. Britton the holder, and setting up to kick is Josh Poston. He had the 4th down conversion on the fake punt. Kick is up, a line drive, and good. Takes 5 minutes to return fire, but Torrington does that. Exactly 5 minutes. 3:37 left in the first quarter. And a 2-yard quarterback keeper by Casey Britton knots things up. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 7-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard in this quarterfinal action, live on mylocalradio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
7-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard as we welcome you back to Wiseman Field in Torrington. Wiseman Field named for Jim Wiseman, head coach of the Torrington Trailblazers from 1971 to 1980 before Doug Bartlett took over. Made it to 2 state championships while part of the Absaraka Conference, and 1 state in 1974, finished 2nd in 1972. Set to kick off, Poston. No, make that Lemon with a deep boot. Had a touchback in his first kickoff, and Angel Rodriguez will field it in the end zone once again for a 2nd consecutive touchback. 80 yards to pay dirt for the Red Devils as they come out for their 2nd offensive drive. The last one stalled, and Tyus Cornea got a punt away, but then was interfered with. Roughing the punter called, moved him up 15 yards across the 50-yard line. And then Tyus took a big counter play, run up into the 2-yard line, and on 3rd down and 3 after a loss of 1 yard by Pablo Escalante, Cornea countered his way into the end zone. Evanston stretches the play out just a little bit on 1st and 10. 2 receivers, 1 either side, I-back formation. Handoff to up the middle to, looks like Escalante for a minimal gain. Ball carrier was Pablo Escalante, and they give him 1 yard on the carry. Down to the 21-yard line, and 2nd down and 9. Under 3:20 to play in the first quarter. 5 yards. 2nd down and 10. Handoff on a counter to Tyus Cornea. He went into a sea of maroon, and sometimes you expect to see him come right out of it and keep running, but got stuffed up in the middle there. Corbin Harris, Scott Woodruff in on the stops there. Those 2 men, a junior and senior. Scott Woodruff, one of the leading men on the inside, stuffing up the run. 295-pound senior, backing him up and into the rotation. Brandon Bennick at 250, and Corbin Harris, no slouch either, 5'9", 200-pound junior. 3rd down and 7 on the 2-yard gain by Cornea. And back to throw. No, it's a counter to Escalante to the 25-yard line, trying to get forward to the 30. Stopped about a half-yard shy of that on 3rd down and 7. Gain of 6 for Pablo. Evanston will set up to punt. Not going to risk it, just needing 1 yard, but also, if they don't get it, leaving Torrington just 29 yards from the end zone. I was watching Josh Poston, their kicker, pregame, and he wasn't always hitting them with accuracy, but on a long snap to a hold to an immediate kick, he was knocking down 40-yarders with plenty of power, sometimes going left or right. This punt by Cornea is not a good one. Touches down at the 46-yard line, just across the 50, stays in bounds and rolls, fortunately for Evanston, down to the 35-yard line. Touchdown by Angel Rodriguez. Torrington will take over 65 yards away from the end zone. So we were giving you the starters for Torrington before the plays kind of took over. Brian Lemon at tailback, other running back Josh Poston. He'll play in a variety of ways, at receiver as well. Dylan Waller at tight end, and from left to right on the offensive line, Brandon Meacham, Tyler Shaw, Brandon Bennett, Corbin Harrison, Scott Woodruff. The receivers Trace English and Cade Schwarzkopf. Pitch out right side to Lemon, or left side rather. Lemon takes it the 40-yard line, 45, up the sideline. He beats everyone, 30, 25, end zone, one play, 65 yards, and Brian Lemon has touchdown number 21 of this season. 1:34 left in the opening quarter of play, and Brian Lemon has struck. His season-high rush yard was 90. His season-high reception was 96, so you know he's got big strike ability. In all, that's touchdown number 29 of the season. And Torrington, the #1 seed from the East and undefeated coming into this game. Torrington Trailblazers lead it 13-7. Kick is up and good, make it 14-7. No, it's no good, went left. My eyes deceive me, it's 13-7. On the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, brought to you by Justin Dennis. Evanston will field a kickoff when we return. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM.
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there. Specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Not real hard to figure out the math on that offensive drive. One play, 65 yards and a touchdown for Brian Lemon, the senior tailback. It was a shotgun setup, and Casey Britton kind of took the handoff left side, took the snap left side, pitched it off to Lemon, who will now kick off. And a couple of cuts and finding the sideline and breakaway speed was all it took for Lemon to score and give Torrington a 13-7 lead. He kicks deep. This one will be fielded at the end zone and maybe kept back. Angel Rodriguez out to the outside. It looked like he had a foot in the back of the end zone. If not, he gets it out to about the 22-yard line. They will give him the kick return. It looked like his back foot touched the end zone, but apparently not. The umpire in the backfield was right there. Ball fielded at the, or pushed out of bounds at the 23, maybe the 22. Keep meaning to go get the binoculars. I left them in the suitcase in the Evanston coach's room, and at a break I'll eventually remember. 4 receivers set, 1 back, and a pitch left side to Cornea. Has a good block out to the outside from Micah Cox to the 30-yard line and closing in at the 35. Micah Cox with an excellent block, playing in on the left side of the offensive line there. From the 22 to the 34-yard line, a 12-yard gain for Tyus Cornea. Rodriguez back into the huddle. Looks like Cornea's out, so you'd expect Rodriguez to be the tailback in this setup. Loaded up backs. Fake it to the fullback, goes to Riley Griggs, the wing back. He gets a 5-yard carry and then upended, end over end. Griggs for a 5-yard gain, well-earned 5 yards on that tackle. Cade Schwarzkopf with the heavy hit, going low on the pads. Riley Griggs came into the year as a tight end, a converted fullback. After the injury to Seth Lloyd, they started using him a bit more as a wing back, and that's where he got the carry there. He's set up on the right side as the wing this time. Pitch outside to Rodriguez. No, that's might be Tyus Cornea back in. Close to a first down yard marker at about the 44. That was Cornea on the carry. They mark him at the 43, a yard shy, and that should be the end of the first quarter. 13-7, Torrington leads it. But Evanston threatening. 82 yards on 9 carries and a touchdown by Tyus Cornea. only to be bested by Brian Lemon with 83 yards himself, but a 65-yard strike on the last play. We'll be back with second quarter of the quarterfinal matchup here in Torrington. Evanston versus the Trailblazers on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
In business since 1936, Ellingford Brothers started with three brothers building bridges across Wyoming. Over the years, the company has expanded into different aspects tied to construction, including ready-mix, steel fabrication, heavy hauling, hotshot services, and crushers. Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. When it comes to all things construction, come to Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
12 minutes put on the clock as Evanston and Torrington have switched side. The Red Devils in white heading from left to right. Ball marked at the 43-yard line, 3rd down and 1. This 43-yard line shy of the 50 by 7. Pitch out left side to Cornea. Gets a good block on the outside to the 50, 45, and pushed out of bounds somewhere between there and the 40-yard line. First down for Evanston across the 50. Move the chains, and Cornea closing in on 100 yards already on the day. Ball marked right at the 45-yard line, so a 12-yard gain by Cornea. First and 10, Evanston comes out with 3 backs. The wing back is Riley Griggs. No, check that. That's Tyus Cornea out on the right side. Tailback is Pablo. He takes it left side, tries to bounce to the outside. Gets maybe a yard or 2, but the fullback getting some snaps at the tailback position, having a little trouble finding some space today. They've really been able to stuff up on the Escalante rush attempts. He got a few more than he looked like than he did before he went out of bounds. They mark it at the 41-yard line. Second down and about 4.5. Fake handoff to the fullback, give it out to the wingback. Cornea out in space, 30-yard line. High steps through to the 20, inside to the 15-yard line, and finally brought down. Another big gain by Cornea, taking the handoff out of the wing position. Casey Britton on the tackle there. Line of scrimmage was at the 41-yard line. Moved all the way down to the 15. 21-yard gain on the play, pushing Cornea over 100 yards at 113. I-back formation, it's Escalante taking it up left side. Inside and through the 5, pushing into the end zone. I think he was in, but the referee on the far sideline thinks he has a knee down before that, so Evanston signaling touchdown. That David Baxter, not quite. He was down before getting into the end zone. It will be first and goal, though, for Evanston. 14.5-yard gain by Escalante, his long of the day. 29 yards for Pablo. Escalante, the tailback, taking the handoff. A flag in as the snap came, as Escalante gets into the end zone. But hold up and wait and see on the play. Might be a dead ball foul. And it looks like it's going against Evanston on a false start. Second down and goal. Our first down and goal coming up at the 6-yard line. Just a hair beyond the 5. Rigdon Wagstaff out of the huddle. Going to the sideline, and coming into the huddle with the play is Angel Rodriguez. Just beyond the 5-yard line, first down and goal. Loaded up box, he is the tailback, that's Cornea. Baxter, hands off left side to Griggs. Gets close to the end zone, but again stepped up short, maybe at the 3 or 4 yard line, pulled back. He had a good angle, but couldn't quite get anywhere. Dylan Waller, the defensive end, tackling. Second down and goal. Actually give Griggs a loss of a yard on the carry. Escalante out of the huddle. See who the backs are. Evanston has yet to attempt to throw. And they got about 10 men in the huddle, and confusion all the way around the far sideline. Evanston will take a timeout and discuss things. 9:35 left in the second quarter. Evanston threatening, down 13-7 on this Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football.
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there. Specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Second down and goal at the 6 yard line for Evanston, down 13-7 in this quarterfinal matchup. The late kickoff in all of 3A. Everyone else kicked off at 6. Prior to today, Jackson was listed as a 5 o'clock kickoff, but eventually updated to a 6 o'clock. Douglas continuing to lead Cody, 14-0 on the scoreboard around the state. Douglas, the home team, number 2 from the east. Pitch right side from Baxter to Cornea. Runs through a couple of Torrington would-be tacklers, but brought down after about a no gain. Josh Kingsley on the tackle there. The defensive ends have been shutting down the edges inside the red zone against Evanston so far. Torrington showing well. Third down and goal for Evanston. Ball marked at the 6 yard line after the no gain. 113 yards on 12 carries by Tyus Cornea and a touchdown, but down by 6 in a big play here. 9 minutes left and ticking away in the second quarter. Evanston received the kick to start the game. Loaded up backfield, Rodriguez and Escalante, and a timeout number 2 taken by Evanston to avoid a delay of game. Wow. So 2 timeouts burned into one play in between the 2 of them. We'll take one more break, be back in 30 seconds. Third down and goal from the 6 yard line next.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
Evanston exiting the huddle following a second timeout taken. Third down and goal at the 6 yard line. Tyus Cornea in the backfield, and he's a lone back set. Rodriguez, Smith, and Perriman split out to the right, left side. Low snap looking for Cornea. Ball batted into the air. Intercepted by Scott Woodruff. And turnover for Evanston, a screenplay. The ball was batted up in the air. I think that was Kingsley on the play, getting the bat up. And Scott Woodruff, the 6'1", 295-pound lineman, picks up interception number 1 of the year. He did have a pass breakup coming into the season, but the ball has been turned over, and turnovers have been absolute killers for the Red Devils this season. Return to the 15 yard line. And Torrington taking over control. Missed opportunity for Evanston. Britton will be under center, Lemon the deep back. 2 receivers, one either side. Schwarzkopf on the left side. Need to get the clock reset. 8:44 from 8:47, so 3 seconds taken off the clock. Ball at the 15-yard line. Man in motion is English. Now it's Poston, rather. Takes the handoff to the 25-yard line. Tripped up at the 29. Poston smacks the ball down to the ground because if not for him getting tripped up there, he may have taken it to the house. Still a good gain on first down of 8 yards by Poston. .41 yards on 4 carries for Poston. Receiving the ball a lot in slot man handoffs, pitch left to the or the right side, either way. English into motion on the right side, and I think we've got early movement or illegal formation for Torrington. Would imagine it's against Torrington, but it's a neutral zone infraction on Evanston. First down, Torrington. On the dead ball foul. Moves it forward to the 28-yard line. 38-yard line, rather. No, 28-yard line. Having trouble seeing sometimes. Quarterback keeper on the read option by Britton. He gets nowhere on the play. And we got a player shaken up on Evanston after the tackle. It's Riley Griggs. Looks like he maybe turned an ankle a little bit, trying to walk it off. Griggs comes into the game with nearly 100 tackles on the season. You would imagine he'll get there by the end of the night, sitting at 93, and he's been averaging between 12 and 15 tackles a game. Second down and 10 on the no gain. Britton under center. And another dead ball foul. No, timeout taken by Torrington, the near side line judge. Ran out to the field and whistled it dead and then signaled timeout for Torrington. So another timeout, the third in less than a minute of clock time. This one taken by Torrington. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on K9 Radio. 13 points to Torrington, 7 for Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
.7:32 left in the first half. Torrington with control of the ball. Second down and 10 at the 28-yard line. The read option went nowhere for Britton, so that gets us to the second down and 10 that we are at. Torrington taking a timeout, not liking what they saw at the line of scrimmage. And still in the huddle. Evanston breaking defensively, coming back out. Shotgun snap and a direct one to Lemon. He pitches back and a gain of maybe 2 yards. Waiting to see who was in on that. It didn't look like Poston. That was no, that was Josh Kingsley on the run. Yes, it was Josh Kingsley. Linebacker getting the carry there. Add him to the stats. Gets they give him 4 yards on the carry out to the 32-yard line. Third down and 6. Cornea, the linebacker on the right side. Early movement, and Jesus Quintero at the defensive end side signaling early movement on Torrington. And Torrington's all set to back up. And they will back him up 5 yards on the false start. Clock stopped at 6:52. Puts a 3rd down and 6 back to 3rd down and 11. Ball back to the 22-yard line. All marked at the 22-yard line. Torrington splits a man out left and right, 2 backs, pistol set, fake to Lemon, screen to Poston. He fields it at the 25-yard line. Stops shy of the 1st down by several yards out to the 34-yard line. Gain of about 6 or 7 yards, depending on the spot. Make it 7. They do give him out to the 34. Fourth and 5 on the 7-yard gain. And 2 men back to field on the punt. Have to watch for a fake. Torrington did this earlier. A little bit with better field position. Lemon gets a hold of it. Good punt fielded at the 30-yard line. Smith tries to reverse it to the near side and stopped after a gain of 3 yards. Tackle made by Kingsley. Minimal gain, a lot of east-west movement by Smith, but not a whole lot of north-south. Covered about 3/4 of the field lengthwise and got about 3 yards up the field. Evanston takes over at the 33-yard line after the interception by David Baxter. At the 5-yard line was picked off by one of the more unlikely of guys to get an interception, Scott Woodruff. Interior lineman for Torrington. 2-back set, pitch left side to Cornea. Tries to get some space on the outside, cuts back in. Back to the line of scrimmage and about no more than that. Maybe to the 34 if they get a generous spot. Meacham on the tackle. They do give him a 1-yard pickup. 2nd down and 9 at the 34-yard line. Casey Perriman in that wide receiver replacing Rigdon Wagstaff. Junior in for a junior. Older brother Chris Perriman will set up on the right side. Cody Smith, the leading receiver on the year, in the slot position on the same side. 2-back set. Baxter rolls out right side with protection. Lines up and underthrows the intended man. Chris Perriman out on the sideline. Was a comeback route and makes it 3rd down and 9 at the 34-yard line. Throw was about 4 or 5 yards short of the intended man. Perriman coming back. He had some space, not really to run, but to certainly make the catch. Not sure it would have been much of a gain, maybe 2 or 3 yards. Wagstaff and Angel Rodriguez back into the huddle. Need to get one more man out, and so Perriman's out and Pablo Escalante out. Will be a single back set, 3 men for Evanston on the right side. Rodriguez and Smith in the slot. Wagstaff out on the right side, out on the left side. And Evanston burns its 3rd and final timeout of the first half. 3rd down and 9 coming up. 34-yard line is where the ball's spotted. We'll keep it right here and let you know about a deal that is about to expire with one of our sponsors here in Evanston, Rocky Mountain Yeti. Until the end of October, when you buy a new vehicle from Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, you will only pay the factory invoice price, plus you'll get all the rebates, a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. You'll also get $1,000 toward any gun that you would like from the gun room. If you buy a Dodge, you get a gun. Buy a Jeep, get a gun. Buy a Chrysler, get a gun. No gimmicks, no games, just factory invoice pricing, amazing warranties, rebates, and a new vehicle and a new gun. This promotion ends October 31st. That's Wednesday. Visit today, Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. Evanston in the timeout, 3rd down and 9, ball spotted at the 34-yard line. They need to get it across to the 43. 5:20 left in the first half. Evanston trailing the #1 and undefeated team from the east side, Torrington. 13-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Still a 4-receiver set. Perriman on the line on the right and Wagstaff just off on the left. 2 slot men are Rodriguez and Cody Smith. Pistol formation for David Baxter. Tyus Cornea, the lone back. Screen pass to Rodriguez at the 35, 40. Trying to get outside to the first down yardage marker. I think he's got it as he pushed out of bounds to the 43-yard line. It's close. We'll have to wait on the spot. But I think it's a 9-yard gain on the screen to Angel Rodriguez. Rodriguez all year long, he's been the backup tailback and gadget man out in the slot. Has a couple touchdowns on the year and a first down gained on just what he needed, out to the 44-yard line. Give him 10 on the play. First completion of the day for David Baxter. Goes for 10 yards. One receiver on the right side, 3 to the left. Single back, Cornea takes the handoff up the middle. Tries to find some space, jukes right, then cuts into the left. Gets about 3 or 4 yards. Out to the 47-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. I have Cornea unofficially up to 118 yards on 14 carries, 1 touchdown. He's had his most success when he's been able to counter and get to the outside. Big interior linemen have been a struggle all year long, and certainly that's what they have in Torrington. 4:30 left, second down and 6 at the 47-yard line. Single back under center. Baxter calls Perriman into motion to the left side, and a flag comes as the snap is released. Dead ball, and going against Evanston, a delay of game. Couldn't get the snap off, and that's why Evanston's had to call those timeouts, as they've been having trouble relaying the plays in and getting them lined up and everything run. And it finally comes back to hurt them. Puts it at second down and 11 after the 4-yard gain, so you got second and manageable. Now looking at what do we do in possibly their last drive of the first half, down 6 points. Manifests itself as a pistol form, 2-receiver setup. Escalante, the tight end. Cornea takes the handoff out to the 50-yard line. 45 brought down from behind, but a first down on an 11, make it 12-yard carry on the play. Kingsley, the tackler. Make it a 13-yard carry as Cornea gets down to the 44-yard line. And wow, 131 yards for Tyus. He got a ton of space. Evanston was able to kind of take the loaded box away, spread it out a little bit. Try the pistol form again, 2 receivers. Escalante, the tight end. Smith in motion over to the right side. They go opposite to Cornea. Tries to bounce outside, gets stuffed up, and gain of maybe 1 or 2, but not much more than that. Looks like Kingsley was again in on the tackle there. I think you see number 65 down on the far side. Not sure if he was the guy getting in. Down to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 5 still for Tyus. Inside the 10-yard line, Evanston has struggled. They did get inside the end zone once, but ended up throwing it away the second time. But getting to the red zone has been relatively manageable so far for Evanston against this very tough Torrington defense. Down to the 35-yard line on a carry for a gain of 3 yards. Sets up third down and 2 yards, maybe 1.5. Third down for this homestanding Torrington defense. Evanston sets up, again, 2 receivers, 1 either side. Smith on the left, Perriman on the right, 2-back set. Handoff up the middle. Cornea driving forward, maybe got enough with the push forward, depending on where they say his knee was down. I think that's going to give him a first down. They mark it at the 33-yard line, and it's just enough. First and 10 on the 2-yard pickup by Tyus. He got a little bit of a lead block from Pablo Escalante. It was a good gap defense by Torrington. 2-back set again. Fullback handoff. Escalante was headed past the defensive line, and then he got yanked back by Woodruff. Gain of 1 yard on the play for Escalante. That is 8th carry. Evanston in the huddle, second down and 9 at the 32-yard line. Down 13-7 late in the first half, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Pitch out right side, Cornea cut up in the backfield. Third down and long upcoming again. Kingsley has his fingerprints all over this defense on the run game, came into the season with 7 sacks to lead the state, 47 tackles in all. He's up near 55 probably at this point, already in the first half. 3rd down and 12 on the 2-yard loss. Pitch left side, Cornea, nowhere to go. Down to the 35, he cut back in, close to the first down yardage again. He was in the backfield with no real estate and then just poked his way right through the tacklers. It would have been a loss of 2, 3, maybe a no gain, but instead it's 4th down and about 3 yards to go at the 25-yard line. Evanston going for it. I formation, pitch right side. The defense closing in. Cornea drives forward, a flag in the backfield's probably a hold. Cornea was stopped shy of the first down. We'll have to wait and see. Holding called, and that's an easy decline and a turnover on downs for Torrington. 56.6 seconds left in the first half, and Evanston will have a turnover on downs upcoming. Cornea was stopped a yard or 2 shy from the first down marker. They tried to go out right side and had 4 or 5 maroon jerseys out in that area. Set up the Torrington offense for one more play. See if they keep the clock where it's at. Currently at 56 seconds. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Britton back to throw. Pressure comes in. Screen play completed to Poston. 35-yard line. Bounces outside to the 40. 45. Stiff arm at the other 40. Angel Rodriguez bulldogs him down to the 38-yard line. 25 yards across the 50. And then another 12. A 37-yard gain on the completion to Poston. Clock stops at 44.8. Torrington still with 2 timeouts left. Pitch out right side on the completion and run right out of bounds to Schwarzkopf. Give them, let's see where they mark it at. From the 32 down to the 27. 5-yard completion to Schwarzkopf. Handoff to Lemon up the middle. He has a big space. Cuts back to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5. Jump into the end zone. Touchdown. Torrington, 19-7. 27-yard run. Lemon's second touchdown. And Torrington takes the turnover on downs and flips it over in 2 plays. 75 yards in all for a touchdown. Poston will go for the extra point. He had a 38-yard pickup on the first play of the drive, and then take it the rest of the way for Lemon. Point after is good, 20-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Lemon with his second touchdown of the day, and there are 30 seconds left in the first half. It's 20-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Torrington over Evanston on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Lemon scores again to make it 20-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Torrington leading Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 32-yard pickup for Lemon puts him at, by my estimation, and I may have missed a catch here or there, I've got him at 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the kickoff is a short one, fielded at the 25-yard line out to the 35. It was fielded by Rigdon Wagstaff. 26 seconds left, Evanston out of timeouts and down by 2 scores. They will also have to kick off in the second half. At the halftime, we'll hear from a couple of coaches. We mentioned we'd hear from the cross-country coach Ryan Berger after hearing from Weston Wiley, the 4A state champion in pregame. We'll hear from him and also from Kate Schmidt. Get an update on swimming after their conference meet. Evanston set up at the 35-yard line. 1 receiver either side. Pitch out right side to Cornea. Takes it right sideline out of bounds at about the 37, 38-yard line, maybe close to the 40. They stepped out of bounds, but the clock continues to run. So maybe they give him 5 on the play. Must have stayed in bounds. And they'll give him 6, and that's it for Evanston. Cornea did not get out of bounds. Clock moves, and it's halftime. 20-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston struck first and had a chance to tie it or maybe take a lead, but an interception at the 5-yard line changed everything around, and then a turnover on downs on their last drive of the first half was 4 plays down the field for about 75 yards for Torrington, finishing off on a 32-yard touchdown run by Brian Lemon to make it 20-7 as we go to half. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar S Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Quick time on quick halftime. Already down to 8.5 minutes. At least on the clock. If the teams don't get out until that clock's expired, they always add more time. But maybe we're in store for a quicker halftime today. It certainly would speed things along here as we took the late kickoff. Every other game into the second half, and one of them just about done. Star Valley running clock lead, 48-0. Over Worland. No surprise there. Star Valley comes in undefeated in conference, undefeated in state. The only team they lost to, and that was by a healthy margin, was to Sugar Salem, the top team in 3A in Idaho. Other games around the state, Jackson, number 2 versus number 3 Lander. Lander's been a tough team on the east side all year long. Winless last year, getting into the playoffs this year. A team probably to look for next year, maybe as some contenders perhaps. 18-10. Jackson leading Lander in the third quarter. Douglas, looks like they're going to knock off the defending state champs. Douglas leading 26-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard over Cody in the third quarter. And, of course, here at halftime, 20-7, Torrington leading Evanston. Got a big moon out in the distance. You can't see it. I was thinking, all year, like, oh, look out to just left of the view. No, there's no video today. The WHSAA sold away the rights of that to a national company, and to be honest, they're selling more and more. So we'll try to bring you video as long as we can. But the NFHS taking away the video rights to a lot of the businesses around the state. So we're doing what we can, which is to bring you audio, the feed on the radio and online. And we'll continue to do that. And when we come back, we will hear from cross-country coach Ryan Berger. But before we go to break, let's run you through some stats in the first half. 149 yards on, let me add them up, 20-plus carries for Tyus Cornea. 22 carries for Tyus, and the one touchdown came from 3 yards away. That was his 6th carry of the game and came in the first quarter. Evanston scored first with 8:37 left on their opening drive. Casey Britton got a 2-yard run with 3:37 left in the first quarter to tie it up, and with 1:34 left, a 65-yard score by Brian Lemon made it 13-7 after a missed extra point attempt. Late in the second quarter, 30 seconds left, Lemon goes 32 yards to the end zone, a 4-play 75-yard drive to make it 20-7. That's our score. David Baxter, 1 completion for 10 yards, 1 interception inside the red zone, and that would have been the tire and maybe the go-ahead if Evanston doesn't get that turnover. It seems to be a life force for so many of Evanston's opponents this year. Not only when they get that turnover does it take away that scoring opportunity for the Devils, but the game seems to just shift from there, and it seems to have made a bit of a shift again here in Torrington as the offense of the Trailblazers has come out ever since that turnover and just been, frankly, electric. Casey Britton, 65 yards on 5 completions. He's got a touchdown run of 2 yards. Brian Lemon, I've got him for 115 yards and a touchdown on 2 touchdowns on 7 carries. Josh Poston, 41 yards on 4 carries and a 38-yard reception as well. Caleb Shortskoff, a couple of receptions, 18 yards for him. And I've got 1 carry for Kingsley of 4 yards. When we come back, we will hear from Ryan Berger, cross-country coach for the Evanston Red Devils, on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. First round of the playoffs at 3A, Evanston trailing Torrington on the road 20-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
Uintah County School District Number 1 has been committed to excellence since its beginning in 1870. This commitment is not only reflected in student education, but in our school buildings and facilities over the years. The staff at Uintah County School District Number 1 works hard to provide clean, comfortable, and safe learning environments for student learning. No matter what department you're working with, at Uintah County School District Number 1, you will always find us striving for the pathway to excellence.
I'm with Hiram Cooper, a senior at EHS, a member of the cross-country team. But hold on just a second there. We got the wrong interview in there somehow. And pop that in. Or in just a second, we'll hear from Ryan Berger. That was from a couple of weeks ago. Hiram Cooper was a standout student for Evanston. We don't want that. We want Ryan Berger. See if that'll transfer over. Hopefully we weren't having any troubles with that file. All right. Should have Ryan up right now. All right. Now let's hear from Ryan Berger. With Ryan Berger for the final time in the regular season. There's still some extra running to go, but you did it. It's finally been done. Evanston is no longer looking for their first state cross-country championship. It came. How did it happen?
Yeah, lots and lots of work since 1971. A lot of great individuals came through, great teams that came through, came close. A lot of coaches that did a fantastic job with coaching cross-country, and we were just able to, when we started, we were just able to build a different foundation, a foundation that, that helped set and our vision and our beliefs for coaching cross country in this program, and just we had a lot of great kids in the past and put one together and came so close, and now we were able to do it this time, and I can't thank. Well, I have so many thank yous for a lot of people out there, and I can't thank Evanston enough for what everybody has done for not only me but for our kids in our program. So awesome.
You end up with an individual champion, a team champion, and I was talking to Weston earlier, and he mentioned that your 6-7 runners were beating a lot of other teams' 4th runners, so it really was a team effort from top to bottom.
Oh, no, yeah. For the boys, that we finally got to, I've been wanting to say this all year. Everybody's been asking me, what do you think? Oh, we'll see. And what do you think? Well, what I thought all year is we were going to win. That's what I've been thinking since last year. And the boys the night before in the hotel room, we just said, hey, this is your championship to lose. So when you go out there tomorrow, leave no doubt. And some people call it running up the score, whatever. We won. We scored 39 points. The closest team to us scored 90 points. So, yeah, we ran down the score, and we left no doubt. And not only no doubt with our top 5, but our top 6 kids were beating all the 6 runners, and our top 7 runner beat all the 7 runners and some 6 runners. We left no doubt. We left it out all on the table to get this one. It was awesome.
Somehow able to double the gap, as you mentioned, from regionals from 1st to 2nd to state and 1st and 2nd, from 30-some points to 90-some points. And that's helped in large part by the fact that you get 10 points from your first 3 runners, 1st, 4th, and 5th place. On the boys' side, you have 3 All-Staters. On the girls' side, you get Heidi Barton back, and she comes in and gets 3rd place. Yep. Or you get 3 boys, you get 1 girl, 4 All-State runners all together. How did that happen, and have we ever had anything close to that?
We've fairly close. I think there's been some teams that have come real close. A lot of All-Staters throughout the years for cross-country. But we just got to it from the beginning, just working hard and setting your goals, setting high expectations for yourself. And then we did everything right. We finally put something together to taper our kids, to get them fresh-legged, to really focus on the end prize rather than the stepping stone prize that we needed for conference. But conference was a wonderful meet, and we had just another part of the process, and state ended up being our best meet of the year, and that's what we wanted. And we put one together to where that was perfect for us. Was it perfect for everybody on our team? No. But was it a team perfection? Absolutely. We haven't been perfect all year, but we've been perfect in Wyoming. We have not lost in the boys. We have not lost to anyone in Wyoming all year. The girls lost a few teams, but rallied back to really just keep fighting every week in and week out. And I'm so proud of those girls to see them bring home a 3rd place trophy, which we haven't done. We matched their a team best. That was 1998. We haven't brought home a team trophy in the girls since 1998. So that's just a super job. And I told all the kids, hey, we're gonna engrave those trophies, and you get to leave your legacy, something to show your grandkids down the road. Be awesome.
You win state, you get a ride on the fire truck. What was that like, getting in at 11 o'clock and then hopping on?
That's fun. It was great. I think that's what the kids waited. Most of the time when we come home from state, we're sleeping and no one slept, and they were just excited to get on that truck. And I like to thank the Evanston PD and the fire department for getting out ready. Ben Gilmore did a nice job, and they got us on top of that big ladder truck, and the kids just loved it, and it just brought it home. Just felt on top of the world, and just really kind of put everything and put it all in perspective, and it's kind of solidified that, hey, yeah, we're the state champs. It's been wonderful now.
You still have area meet coming up that is kind of extra season. So we'll continue to check in with you on that, and then after that we'll start getting into Special Olympics. But congratulations, Coach Berger, and congratulations to your teams, both of them. First place for the boys, third place for the girls.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for everyone who has supported us. I really appreciate this. This is a win for everyone in Evanston. It's a first. I'm so proud of our kids, and I'm so proud of Evanston, and I'm so proud of being the head cross-country coach. Thanks, everybody, and as always, go Red Devils.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Second half set to start here in Torrington, Wyoming, on the Wyoming-Nebraska border. It's 8 miles away, looking straight my way, headed east. Evanston in the white jerseys, red helmets will be moving and defending the south end zone. I'll go for an onside kick. Bobbled and down to the ground. I think Torrington still got it. Nearly recovered by the Red Devils. It was a bobble there by... Oh, man, was that 22 or 21? I think that was maybe a bobble by Quentin Meyer on the side, but fallen down on by Torrington, and they will take over at the 44-yard line. So Meyer bobbled it, and then I think eventually came up with it. Gutsy play by Evanston starting off, but they will take over with unfavorable defensive field position. First play from scrimmage and a run to Brian Lemon. He busts through one tackle and then drags another man for a first down of a gain of about 10 or 11 yards. Ran right through the line of scrimmage and then drug Cody Smith a couple of yards before going down. Ball was started at the 44-yard line and taken across to the 46-yard line, so exactly a 10-yard gain. Lemon again, the deep back, lone back set. Men bunched up to the left side. Give it to Lemon at the 45-yard line. Bounces outside and spins around to about the 41-yard line. Pick up about 5 yards on the play. Bridger Barker tackling. Interior lineman. Jesus Quintero on the right side and Bryson Davis on the left side of the defensive end position. Jagger Mitchell and Tyus Corney on opposite sides offensively. Early movement at the line of scrimmage for the Evanston line, but not across, so keep playing. Handoff to Lemon at the 40-yard line. Bounces outside, breaks through a tackle, gets through another one of Tyus Corney, and then finally hit at the pad level by Rigdon Wagstaff. Down inside the 38-yard line to the 37. Third down and 1. Casey Britton in under center on 3rd down and 1. Schwarzkopf set up as a wing back. Lemon takes the handoff, trying to bully his way forward for a yard, and he'll get there. Gets 2 on the play, down to the 35-yard line from the 37. 136 yards for Lemon. First down, Torrington. Kingsley in. He had a carry earlier for 4 yards. We're number 65. That is a atypical number for a halfback to wear, but he is the deep back again behind Lemon, and we'll see if he gets another carry. Loaded up line of scrimmage, pistol formation, and a quarterback keeper on the direct snap to Lemon. Lemon takes it down to the 30-yard line, inside to the 29. Gain of 6 yards for Lemon. Flag late and signaled against Torrington. Came in late on the flag. Torrington backing up, having a conference at center at about the 30-yard line. Waiting on a call or a decision made. Josh Poston out. Placed by number 99, Riley Grubbs. And a personal foul on Torrington for unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll back up that play. 15 yards from the gain. Puts him back to the 44-yard line. First down in 15 or 16 yards. And Torrington wants a timeout after that to discuss strategy. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 9:46 left in the third quarter. First drive of the half for Torrington, leading 20-7 over Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy board on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Football on KNYN 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
20-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Timeout taken by Torrington after a personal foul. Backed him up from the 28-yard line to the 44 to make it first down and, oh man, more than 15. It's more like 18. Need to get down to the 26-yard line. So yeah, third down and 19. This marker, that's what it says on the far sideline. The scoreboard says second down. The marker says third down. And so it's adjusted to, no, it stays second down, third down. I think go for the third down here. Shotgun for him. Roll back, and a sack is broken through. Gabe Morris couldn't bring him down, but Pablo Escalante comes in to finish the job. Tackle for a loss as Britton had stopped and tucked it a run. Okay, so now the marker says fourth down and the scoreboard says third down. I think the marker man advanced it down perhaps on the personal foul. And it's got to be third down here. Yeah. Yeah, the guy, the down marker's got, no, it is fourth down. Lemon back to punt. So it was the scoreboard that had it mixed. Lemon gets a hold of it. Fielded at the 12-yard line by Smith. He goes east-west and gets about nowhere once again. Gain of maybe 2 yards trying to flip the field. He likes to field those ones and then take them the far side to his right. Didn't really get anywhere. Evanston out for their first offensive drive after a stop, down 20-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Ball marked at the 16-yard line. 8:46 left in the third quarter. Under center, two-back set. Cornea the tail. Takes the handoff up the center. Nowhere to go. Stopped at the line of scrimmage and then drug backwards. It was Kingsley on the tackle. Probably his 7th, 8th, maybe 9th tackle of the day with special teams included. Cornea gains about a quarter of a yard there. 2nd down and 10. And he's out of the huddle at the tailback. I think it's Rodriguez. Single back set, 2 receivers to the left side. Man in motion is Smith. Counter play, fake, play action, roll out to the right side. Baxter has a man open. It's Cody Smith at the 35-yard line. Brought down at the 41. First down, Evanston, from the 16 down to the 36, maybe 34. Wait on the spot here. They'll move it across to the 36-yard line. So a gain of 20 on the completion. 2nd of the day for Baxter. .30 yards on 2 completions. Catch number 16 of the year for Smith. Pitch left side, and Cornea's back in. He's brought down for a loss of a yard at the 35-yard line. Grubbs on the tackle. No, it was Meacham, rather, on the tackle. 2nd down and 11. 7:30 left in the third quarter. First negative gain of the day for Tyus. Three receivers, 2 right side. Eye back. Cornea about 6 yards back. Fake the handoff, roll play action again. Out to the right side, and Cody Smith, the intended receiver, knocked in the back, but it doesn't matter. He was overthrown by a few feet high and a few more feet long. Roll out right side, and that throw for David has been an issue in the 4 weeks that he's been starting now. He's got a good arm, but his precision under pressure has just not been there. He has overthrown receivers or underthrown them by several yards. It's kind of taken the passing game out of a few games for Evanston. 7:08 left, 3rd down and 11. Bad snap, and Baxter just has to fall down on it to prevent the fumble. Kingsley taps him down for the sack, and Evanston's drive stalls there, and they will have to punt. A 20-yard reception had things going at the 36-yard line, but that's about where it ends, and that was the last positive gain for Evanston. They'll punt at about the 26-yard line. Cornea back to punt. He's gotten a hold of a couple and not had a great boot on a couple more today. Snap away, and another one heading out of bounds. Not a ton of space, not a ton of leg room on it. A bad bounce back and doesn't get back to the 50-yard line. Down by Rigdon Wagstaff at about the 47-yard line. 21-yard punt for Cornea. Certainly not his best of the year. He's at a 60-plus yarder. He's gotten a little too much air on a couple today. Torrington's offense out for the 2nd drive of the half. Not a roughing the passer, instead a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. That really killed the last drive for him. Under center, Britton sends a man in motion. That's Waller. Handoff right side to Lemon. Goes through the block of Waller, and a gain of about 7 yards on the play out to the 40-yard line. Get him down to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 3 to go. Davis and Quintero, the ends. Barker, the interior lineman. A lot more 3-5 look for Evanston today. Not a whole lot of 4-man fronts with Brendan Thompson out for the year with a broken ankle. Handoff to Lemon at the 40-yard line. Spins around and close to the 36-yard line. Tackling there was Escalante. Enough for a first down gain on a pickup of 4 yards. 20 to 7, not 20 to 17, 20 to 7. 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. We'll be in Rock Springs at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow in an elimination game for volleyball at regionals. Brian Lemon takes the handoff. No, it's faked. Roll out left side. Britton winds back and throws and goes over the head of Schwarzkopf, who's thrown across his body and still nearly completed it, just a little bit high. Second down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Evanston lost in 5 sets to Cody today in the first round matchup of the 4A West Regional Tournament after taking a 2-0 set lead over the Bronx. They play Rock Springs in Rock Springs tomorrow. The loser is out. The winner is not yet in. The winner will have to then play at 1:30 p.m. in an elimination match. And then the winner of that match will be into state, but then have to play again at 3 o'clock in the third, fourth place game. Loaded up back set. They go right side to Lemon. Chris Perriman kind of holds back and makes the tackle there, just stayed at home. And Lemon picks up about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. Give him 6 yards, rather. Down to the 30-yard line on second down. Third down and 4. 160 yards on 15 carries for Brian Lemon. Under 5 minutes to play. We will be going on air with that volleyball match right about the time the game starts. Staying in Wheatland tonight and about 4 hours from Rock Springs from that point. Lemon the single back set. Out to the left side, he got a couple of blockers. He counters to the right and brought down at the line of scrimmage. Jesus Quintero bringing him down. 4th down and 4 coming up, but probably 4 down territory for Torrington. Excuse me, thank you. 9 a.m. Oh, my goodness, 9 a.m. start tomorrow in volleyball. Oh, boy. That's not favorable. 3 receivers, 4th down and 4 at the 30-yard line. Empty back, Britton back to throw, finds Lemon, counters and gets through Pablo Escalante, the would-be tackler, and down at the 20-yard line. A 10-yard gain for Lemon on the completion. 6th completion of the day for Casey Britton. First to Lemon. Now second to Lemon. He caught it at about the first down marker and then shook Escalante to the left and gained about 5-6 more yards. 1 back set, Britton options out right side to Lemon on the sideline. Escalante gets a hold of him this time after a pickup of about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. Escalante got a heavy hit on Lemon that time, probably frustrated from the juke move last play. They give him 3 yards down to the 17-yard line. Getting a text from the coach saying that we play at 9 a.m. tomorrow in volleyball. Coming from Wheatland, I'll just say it right now, that is too early. I'm on the wrong side of the state for a 9 a.m. game in Rock Springs. 2nd down and 7. Fake to the right. Britton takes it up the middle on the keeper. He gets inside the 10-yard line to the 9. 1st down and goal upcoming for Torrington. 8-yard pickup for Casey Britton. 3rd carry of the day, 10 yards and a touchdown. First down and goal coming up. Got Lemon on the left as a wing back, and we'll reset when we come back. There's a timeout taken by Torrington. They're second of the half, up 20-7 in the second half. 2:20 left in the third quarter on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
20-7 in the third quarter, and a handoff right side. Lemon with a ton of space. No, that's Poston rather. Down to about the 1 yard line on the reverse. Switch around, 8-yard gain by Poston. And it's second down and goal, about a yard from the end zone, and a 3-touchdown lead. Set up on the far hash mark. 2 yards away from the end zone to give him 7 on the play. One receiver either side. Lemon the deep back. Handoff right up the middle. He goes right side, lowers the shelf and into the end zone. Touchdown Torrington. Lemon's third of the day. Got past Bridger Barker. Just went lower. It is 26-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 165 yards and 3 touchdowns for Brian Lemon. Came in with 28 scores on the year, up to 31 as of this quarterfinal matchup. Down to 141 left in quarter number 3. The extra point is good. A 2-yard score by Brian Lemon has us at 27-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on K9 Radio.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
141 left in the third quarter as Torrington takes a 3-score lead, 20 points, 27-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board over the 4th-ranked Evanston Red Devils, who slid in conference play, losing 3 of their last 4 matchups. Went 2-3 in conference overall. Around the state, Jackson has advanced on 32-17. Winner of this game will play Jackson next week. Star Valley, they shut out Worland 48-0. Douglas in the fourth quarter. Cody's climbed back, but Douglas still on top 26-21. And Rigdon Wagstaff returns a squib out to about the 35-yard line. Evanston will take over possession there. So Cody Douglas in the fourth quarter, that one's still up in the air. Other than that, team's kind of taking control, and the overcards winning in all the games prior. Douglas with the lead, the 2 seed. And this one 27-7, Torrington over Evanston with time running out on the Red Devils, needing to make something happen and happen quick. 9 a.m. is the time for the elimination game against Rock Springs on the volleyball court in Rock Springs. And, wow, that makes an early start for the girls to have to get out to Sweetwater County, 100 miles from Evanston. Rock Springs still has to get up early, but they're the home team. They just get to go from home to the gymnasium. Evanston got to get up, got to get to the bus, make it 100 miles, then get dressed, get warmed up. It's going to be an early morning in an elimination game for the Lady Red Devils, losing in 5 sets today to Cody. Second down and 5 yards. Rigdon Wagstaff bringing in the reception on first down and 10. 4 receiver, make it a 3 receiver set, 2 back. Baxter to throw. Deep and underthrowing Chris Perriman, tried to come back on it, but not enough time or space to do so. Third down and 5. Perriman with just 4 receptions on the season, getting 1 last week. Ball marked at the 39-yard line. Wagstaff back into the huddle. Casey Perriman out. One receiver either side, I formation. Baxter pitches left to Cornea. He's got nowhere to go, and he loses 2 yards on the carry. 43 seconds left in the third quarter, and 3 and out for the Devils. The punt team was sent out, and Tyus, he took a pitch left, and Torrington just covered and smothered. They also ran it to the near hash side marker, which is where the Evanston set up, so a little bit less space to try and flip the field. There was just nowhere for Cornea to go. His last 2 rushes have combined for -3 yards. Schwarzkopf back to the 25 to receive, and Evanston runs a fake. Nope, never mind. That was just a bad punt. Takes a bad hop and down at the 49-yard line. Couldn't find the punt anywhere, so I thought maybe I missed it on a fake. No, it was just a bad punt there. Peyton Burton touching it down. And it's been a rough day punting for Tyus. One yard shy of the 50-yard line for Torrington with a 20-point lead, 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Keep you updated on Douglas Cody as we get anything new in. Still listed at 26-21 in the fourth quarter in favor of Douglas. Lemon takes a direct snap for a gain of a couple yards. They give him 2 yards on the carry. Took that direct snap straight to the left side. That's the end of the third quarter. 27-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, though. Homestanding Torrington Trailblazers in control and with the ball when we come back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNY and 99.1 FM.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
You're invited to browse through the store at Kazine's Ace Hardware in Evanston. You'll find vacuums and cleaning supplies, everything you need for your next painting project. A full line of electrical products, bolts, screws, hand tools, power tools, bathroom fixtures, and plumbing supplies. Plus everything else you need to take care of your lawn and garden, from lawnmowers to fertilizer. Once you finish all your projects, you can sit down on the comfortable patio furniture and barbecue on your new Weber or Traeger grill that you could also find at Kazine's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Kazine's Ace Hardware on Front Street in Evanston.
Start of the fourth quarter as Torrington has possession at the 49-yard line, 2nd down and 8, taking it across the 50 on the last play of the third quarter. 3-man front with 5 linebackers behind it for 8-man box in all, and the handoff goes to Poston down to the 45-yard line, picks up 4 more yards. 3rd down and 4 to go, 53 yards for Poston. Coach Mark Lenhart, a win today would put him over 500 on his career. It was a slow start for him, but he took over a program that had not had a winning season since 1995. Got a 6-3 season in 2014 and hasn't had anything but since. Doug Bartlett had a string of 11 straight winning seasons going from 1985 to 95. 1985 to 95, that's 11 straight years. And 4 years in running for Coach Lenhart. Out to the right side, a completed pass out to, looks like English, on 3rd down and 4 yards to go, all the way down to the 32-yard line. English had to reach back and grab that one and then went off to the races. Pickup of 11 yards on the play for a 1st down. First catch of the day for English. 81 yards through the air for Casey Britton. He's the leading passer in all of 3A, over 1,000 yards. Lemon the deep back at the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage is at the 44. Takes the handoff straight down the line at the 35 and brought down there. Gain of 4 yards on the play. So we're playing volleyball in 12 hours from now, in 12 and a half, in Rock Springs. May have to amend that start time to I'll be going on about the first serve time, maybe 5 points in. I'll make it in on air. Three-back set. Man in motion is English to the left side. Got 2 men out there. Poston takes the handoff, 25-yard line, 20, loses control of the ball, and Evanston comes up with it. Recovery, I think that's Bryson Davis, the defensive end. Yes, it is. Bryson Davis with the recovery at the 16-yard line. 12-yard gain by Poston, but then a fumble 2 yards forward, and Bryson Davis recovers. Evanston with a little bit of life there. Down by 20, 10 minutes exactly left in the game. Pistol formation for Baxter, Cornea behind him. Throw out screen pass completed by Angel Rodriguez at the 15-yard line. Trips through a tackle and is brought down with a stretch at about the 20-yard line. Brian Lemon on the ankle grab there. Give him 5 yards on the play right to the 20-yard line. Second catch for Rodriguez today. Loaded up right side with 3 receivers. Low snap, delayed handoff to Cornea. They've run it all year, and it's worked well. At the 35-yard line, he runs out of real estate. Make it about the 30-yard line where he ran out of bounds, but enough for a first down. And Evanston will take over with the first down about the 29-yard line. That empty out backfield save for Cornea. Shotgun delay has worked pretty well for the Red Devils this season. 13-yard pickup. Baxter hands off to Cornea, bounces to the outside, cuts back in, and brought down after a gain of a couple at the 32-yard line. Give him 3, maybe 2 on the play. Mark the ball at the 32-yard line, so they do give him 3. Yeah, mark it. Yeah, maybe a 33-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. 1 receiver on the right side, 2 on the left. Smith in motion. Baxter back to throw. Rolls out right side. Has some time, but does he have a man? Ball batted down by Brian Lemon, intended about 5 yards deeper than that to Pablo Escalante. He was streaking across the field, going from left to right, and I think I see a flag in the backfield. And holding on the offense will not only make an incompletion, it'll add insult to injury, back him up 10 yards. And the spot of the foul at the 22-yard line, well behind the line of scrimmage. That could be a very costly penalty in terms of field position. Evanston already up against it, down 3 scores with 8:46 left. If they back it up from that marker down to the 12, have to wait and see. They may spot the ball right there, though. And it looks like they're spotting it at the 22. So back it up to second down and about 17 to go. Need to get to the 39-yard line. Second down and 17, pistol form, roll out right side. Baxter steps up into the pocket. Airs one out right side, just over the hands of the defender, Brian Lemon. A few yards beyond Angel Rodriguez, out of bounds. Rodriguez will grab the ball and toss it back to the official. Third down and 17. Ball marked on the 22. Still need to get it down to the 39-yard line. You'd say it's 4-down territory for Evanston, but this deep, what's it going to do in this far back? So save for a first down, probably a punt up coming for Evanston. 3 receivers, 2 back in the pistol form. Baxter takes the snap, Looks out right side, overthrows Perriman. And 4th down upcoming. Send the punt unit out, and Tyus see if he can get a better leg on this one. The wind's pretty much stopped. We had a healthy wind blowing out of the north earlier, and it's gone away. Large American flag out in the south end zone, pretty much stagnant. Cornea set up at about the 5-yard line. Punt return set up at about the 40. Rolls out right side. It's a fake. Cornea to the 20. Running out of space. Flips field. Back to the 15. Going the wrong way. And he is stopped there. Forward progress ruled dead. And Torrington's at the 15-yard line where they'll take over. Maybe the 16 or 17. Figured it would be a punt, and they were needed 17 yards. They did not get anywhere close to that. First 10, back to about the line of scrimmage, looked good, but Torrington was not convinced, I guess, that they were going to punt in the first place. And it's a red zone drive starter for the Trailblazers, marked at the 17-yard line, maybe the 16. Looks like the 17. Everyone on or behind the line. Man in motion is English, set up from the left over to the right side. Goes to Lemon. He bounces outside of the tackles and streaks in on touch to the end zone. Touchdown Torrington, Lemon's 4th of the day. This from 17 yards out. And that should just about do it. 33-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Lemon up to, by my count, 188 yards. And 4 touchdowns. Comes with 8:14 left in the game. Poston, extra point, is good. 34-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Brian Lemon not to be stopped today. 4 touchdowns. And the leading rusher coming out of the east side. Scores 1 more, and Evanston down. Large will return the kick next on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
Well, how about it? Not here in Torrington, but over in Douglas, a 26-7 lead has been squandered, and Cody ends up winning 29-26, scoring the winning touchdown with 21 seconds left in the contest. And Cody, the defending state champions, move on to the semifinals. They will have a rematch with Star Valley next week in Afton. They lost a couple of weeks ago, 20-16, the final. Cody Smith with the kickoff, breaks 2 tackles out to the 30-yard line, 35, 40, 45, trying to stay inbounds across the 50, and finally pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Excellent return by Cody Smith, but maybe a little bit too late. The clock continuing to run about 4 seconds off after he was out of bounds. Down to 7:57. And ball will be marked at the 39-yard line. 7:57. And pistol form. Cornea takes the right side handoff down to the 35-yard line and a 4-yard gain. Again, Cody scores with about 20 seconds left and takes completes a 26-7 comeback to advance to the semifinals to take on Star Valley. That was probably one of the best games of the year between those two teams. 20-16 in Afton. Star Valley getting the best of Cody 2 weeks ago. 4-yard gain by Cornea sets up 2nd down and 6, and they give it back to Tyus. No, that's Angel Rodriguez. Breaks through 1 tackle, and he may hope that forward progress counted because otherwise he's back 5 yards. Well, he broke through 1, and they'll mark him back at the 40. No, that's saying forward progress. They'll get him back for a loss of about 1 yard on the play. Third down and 8 at the 37-yard line. Pistol formation, 1 receiver either side. Griggs, Escalante, the tight end, Wagstaff the other. Time for Baxter to throw. Has Perriman deep, and it's nearly intercepted by Casey Britton. He lets it drop, but it's 4th down nonetheless. Still 6.5 minutes to go. And Evanston probably going to go for it here across the 50. Why not? Down 34-7. This is the final game in 3A. Still happening. Cody the one before that, and the Bronx somehow coming back from dead to defeat Douglas. 29-26. 4th down and 8 to go. Roll out for Baxter. Here comes the rush. He throws it up high. Has Cornea on a free ball. Intercepted. And down right there. A late hit will give Torrington extra yardage on unnecessary roughness on a frustration play there. Was that number 4 on the interception? Who picked that one off? Casey Britton got a second chance at the pick and takes that one on a high jump ball. And then a flag, easy call against Evanston on the personal foul. After he slid down and gave himself up, a hit came in. Ball marked at the 31-yard line, and that should push it out to the 46. No, 46-yard line would be 15 extra. And ball marked at the 46-yard line indeed. 6:26 left on the clock. 34-7. Torrington well on their way to a semifinal matchup against the Jackson Bronx. Handoff to English at the 49-yard line. He gets about 4 yards. First carry of the day for English. Give him 4 yards out to just right at the 50-yard line. 6 minutes left. Clock continuing to tick away. Loaded box for the Devils. I think that's Poston in the backfield. Britton taking his time. That might be, that's English again. Takes the handoff, right side. Couple yards beyond the 50, down to the 48-yard line. Should be about 3rd down, and no, I'll give him another down to the 47. 3rd down and 3 to go. Lemon's back into the huddle. English is in as a wing back here. Receiver over to the right side in motion. That's Poston. We've got to watch for a handoff to him. It goes to Poston, opposite side. Yards shy of the 1st down marker, down at the 45-yard line. 4th down and 1 upcoming. 68 yards for Poston. Anytime he comes in motion, you got to watch, and most of the time he is getting the carry. Going for it on 4th down. Poston spread out wide. Puts Lemon into a direct snap situation. Now Poston into motion. Lemon steps to the line of scrimmage, and I think we have a timeout taken by Torrington after all of that. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the contest and a timeout taken. We'll be back in 30. 34-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Torrington over Evanston.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Casey Britton takes a carry on 4th down and 1. Got the yardage he needed, but a flag comes in late, so we'll wait on the call for here. A face mask on the defense. So the first down's good and add some more yardage onto that. Made it all the way to the 40-yard line, so a pickup of 5 on the play for Gritton and add 5 or 15 more. Clock stopped at 4:13. They put it down to the 35-yard line, so a 5-yard face mask. English, the tailback, lone back set. Always got to watch for someone in motion. Schwarzkopf and looks like Poston out to the left side. Snap. And handoff left side to English to the 34-yard line, brought down by Bridger Barker and Pablo Escalante. Clock at 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Torrington could probably run the clock out here, and Evanston probably wouldn't stop them down this many scores, and doesn't matter if they have 3 timeouts left. 9 yards for English on 3 carries. He's the deep back again. Britton taking his time at the line of scrimmage to run every second possible off the clock. 2nd down and 8. Torrington will play Jackson next week. Takes handoff to Britton. He breaks through a tackle, busts up, and brought down at the 25-yard line. Close to a first down and just shy. 3rd down and 1. Ball marked at the 26-yard line. 16 yards on 4 carries for English, 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and continuing to tick as Torrington breaks the huddle. Under center, Britton. Hands off, back to English. First down yardage gain, gets down to the 24-yard line, needed to get to the 25. 2-yard pickup for English. Well, the new information about this game time start for volleyball, again, 9 a.m. tomorrow, not 10:30. I think that's going to just take away any post game from me, as I've got to get to Wheatland and take off early to get to Rock Springs, hopefully by the start of that game. So we'll finish this game out and then say so long. Torrington running clock out here with 2 minutes left. Be back here. Well, we won't, but they'll be back here hosting Jackson next week. Flag in the line of scrimmage, near side line judge. That'll stop the clock. Poston had the carry, but I think that's coming back. Cody will be back at Star Valley, a 20-16 contest, and Cody kind of backed into the playoffs, barely got past Green River, had to come from behind last week to get that 24-20 victory. Penalty is against Torrington, march them back 10 yards, but will matter little. 10 yards from the spot of the foul makes it about first down and 15 yards. Britton under center. Oh man, looks like another tailback back there. Maybe that's Trace Floyd. Low snap. Britton keeps it on the option and then slides down, accepting the loss and realizing all you got to do is run some clock. And yeah, I think that is the freshman, Trace Floyd, 5'11", 155, listed as number 12 at the tailback position. Second down and 15. Yeah, make it about second down and 13. Got to the 21-yard line. Yard marker moves up, maybe a yard, maybe two. Britton under center. Looks over to the right side of his offensive line. Floyd in at tailback again. Blitz coming up the middle from Escalante. And whistle dead to stop the clock at 49 seconds left. False start. Anytime the penalty comes in, you almost have to guarantee it's against Torrington because I guess they get their evaluations done one way or another on the tape. They've got to stop it when it happens, but outcome of this game's long been decided, and 2 penalties in the last 3 plays have just elongated it. Now to 9 o'clock, 2 hours after the opening kick. Final playoff game still happening in 3A. Victory formation and a down will do it. Torrington wins 34-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. And let's give you a Red Devil recap right now as we need to get on the road to Wheatland to try and get back to the volleyball game tomorrow at 9 a.m. in Rock Springs against Rock Springs, an elimination game at the 4A West Regional Tournament. Final Friday of the football season is October 26th as Evanston falls in the quarterfinals to the Torrington Trailblazers, 34-7. The final on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Tyus Cornea had a good day running in all 167 yards, but just 1 touchdown, and that was the lone score for Evanston. An interception at the 5-yard line, picked off by all of unlikely players. Scott Woodruff, the 295-pound lineman, was kind of the turning point in this game as it was 13-7 in favor of Torrington. After that, the Trailblazers took off, and Evanston never really got close to scoring again. And if they did, it was a turnover on downs or just a little bit outside. Brian Lemon, 4 touchdowns, 188 yards, a pair of receptions for 12 yards as well, and he scored time after time after time. Once in the first quarter, again in the second, and a couple more times in the third. It was a scoreless fourth quarter. Casey Britton with the other touchdown for Torrington. They will move on to play Jackson, and Cody and Star Valley will have a rematch in the semifinals. The season over for the Red Devils. They finish 5-4 on the year and record their first winning season in several, but not the way they wanted to finish, losing 3 of their last 4. That's your Red Devil recap, and that will do it for us. We've got a long ways to go. We're trying to get back to Rock Springs tomorrow, hopefully, to bring you a 9 a.m. game elimination, Rock Springs versus Evanston in, let's see, that'll be you need to win that one. So Evanston would need to win that one to then move on to, I think, a noon game to then qualify for state and then play in the 3rd, 4th place match after that. That'll do it from us. I'm Jake Hibbert. Thanks for listening all season long. We'll be back with volleyball tomorrow, and after that, we'll see where we get with volleyball. But at the very least, we'll be done after next week in state, and then after that, it'll be basketball in second week of December.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Red Devil Football. This has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. Check out mylocalradio.com for more live and archived games from Evanston and the surrounding area. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.